CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chicken's here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, oh man, we're struggling. We're struggling to stay afloat. We're struggling to stay alive. We got up to, I think the best we got up to today was like 150 global, and ever since then we've kind of just stagnated here. So let's go over what we need to do going forward, and a couple things not to do, which we definitely have established at this point. But yeah, so we got the Sky Shield, we got the Sky Shield base. It's great. A lot of people fizzle against it. The problem is, it's very easy to fizzle on offense. Now, I made some changes after I lost to Grenz, so it's not as bad as it looks. I had a spot open. I didn't realize I had a spot open where you could flare to, so I was just getting crushed by Heavy Rush. I was like, what's going on? And then I looked at the replay. I was like, oh, that's why. So, let's talk about the tech tree first, guys. And if you find these videos help you out, I do appreciate it if you use the code CHICKEN in the shop. Make sure you join our Discord server in the video description below if you want to be entered into the giveaway. So, here's where we're at. Now, we've got the Sky Shield, and what we can say for sure is that explosive drones and bullet, as of right now, are not the answer. What is the answer is building damage, max out your defensive buildings, and just build the dirtiest, greasiest base that's going to make everyone else fizzle. That's kind of the strategy we're going with right now, and I think the next stop is probably going to be Barrage. We'll see how it plays out over the next day or so. But yeah, I went up against Brick. Brick wasn't really the answer either. But I can tell you right now what I need to do, and what you guys probably need to do too if your attacks are suffering. Upgrade your shock bombs. Because having a shock, you know, 3 or 4, like, it makes such a big difference for using heavies and Zookas. So, yeah, I've been using heavy Zooka. 5 heavies, 3 Zookas, sometimes 4 depending on the mines. But I feel like that's the best mixture that we can use right now for what we have, and to attempt to not fizzle out. So let's show you guys this base, our base on the last one. So these hits hurt. This is what it kind of turns out to be. It's like, who can get the most destruction percentage, because a lot of times you're not able to clear the base whatsoever. So here's kind of what they're looking like. Now, a couple things we don't want to do. You see how I flare here in the middle? If you let the heavies hug the wall, or your troops hug the wall, and just kind of like go from the sniper, that's why he put that sniper tower there, is to keep the troops close to the wall in the gap. And what happens is they'll actually walk all the way around, and they'll target this engine way back here. Doesn't make any sense, but you know, it's like line of sight, whatever. It's the first building that they see coming around the corner. For whatever reason, it's the one at the very end. So they'll actually walk through everything and just end up dying. So to do that, you just simply flare anywhere, get them off the wall. You can even flare to the nearest building. It doesn't really take them off the path that much, but just make sure you get them off the wall. That's a big thing. And the second thing is kind of what I did there, not reflaring. Reflaring is going to be, it's kind of our only option here, really, is to reflare and to put them into a better position just to get 1 or 2 engines. Because what we're seeing now is just everyone is... it's hard to fully clear the base with the troops that we have, given that we don't have troop health, given that there's building health and building damage. You know, there's mines, and the heavies just aren't able to absorb the all the damage. So what I did was I maxed out the building health, I maxed out the building damage, I got the Sky Shield, I got most of the defenses that we have leveled up, and I got boom mines. Boom mines are huge as well. And yeah, so that basically what that means is we're not seeing any full clears on the attacks. Now, if we look under the current boosts, this guy has 40% health and 30% damage. So what that tells me is we should have a bit of an advantage here. Another trick you can use is you can delay drop a boat of heavies. So rather than, say, you know, throwing them all out together like I typically do, throwing them all out together at once, you can do a delay drop. And that's just going to prevent all your heavies from dying to the same splash damage or running over the same mines. And it just allows them to last that little bit of extra time, which is very, very crucial. So just try to mix in the shocks to keep the heavies alive. Again, that's the biggest thing. Like if we're getting to the point where all our heavies are down, then it doesn't matter if we still have shocks left, because the Zookas are just simply going to walk over the mines and then they're going to die from there. So we don't want that to happen. We want to try to keep them up, the heavies up and going as much as we can. Now we see right here, there's just some single target hitting the Zookas, which is not the end of the world. Those ones are going to die out. It's all about, you're just kind of picking your battles. So right here we can go. And now what I'm going to do, that's cleared out, I'm going to go ahead and reflare them up this way. We're going to grab that engine. I think that cannon's going to turn and take the heavy out, so we don't have a great chance at coming down and finishing this. But what we can do... I missed the flare, missed the flare, missed the flare! Yeah. If I had came down, I would have got 2 engines there. I threw the flare and it didn't go, but either way, it didn't matter. So, just getting 1 engine, that's like that's like a successful attack in the way things are going right now. It's just weird. So, you see right there, it looks like his troops are gonna hug the wall. We'll see what happens. I guess they didn't. Well, I guess they didn't because they got pulled out by these other buildings. So yeah, we want to try to avoid that. But yeah, my biggest mistake was I had the sky shield set up and I didn't have I had one of my engines exposed. So I think now that we switched that up, I just did it like a few battles before we started the video. So I'm thinking that's going to help us out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, your defense is probably pretty strong right now. It's just the offense that we got to figure out. You just got to get the most out of it. So those 2 things are really all you can do. If you find your mix it up a little bit. Try 5 heavies, 3 Zookas, 4 heavies, 3 Zookas. I know early on some guys were using 3 heavies and 5 Zookas, but I feel like that's just not really viable now with all the mines and all the defense that we have to put up with. Alright, here we go. This is a nice base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to take a slow and easy approach here. We're going to do a nice little free clear. He doesn't have boom mines. He doesn't have flamethrowers. Doesn't have boom cannons. So we should be okay. Now, what that does tell me, though, is he probably has bullet, because he doesn't have, he does have mortars. So that's almost a guarantee that he has bullet. Now, bullet doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win, especially on the base that I'm running right now. But it's definitely an advantage over what we got. The reason that I didn't pick him up, and I would advise against it, is because I don't think it's the right decision long term. I think you're going to pay the price. Like I did looking back at last season by picking a bullet a little bit too early. So you see right here, now we're going to get into the wonky stuff because they're hugging the wall that we want to try to avoid if we can. So we got to watch that mortar. Basically, everything is going to one-shot your Zookas. The mines are going to one-shot them. The mortars are going to one-shot them. The machine guns are going to shred them. The machine guns are also going to shred the heavies. So yeah, we got to be careful about that. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flare these ones over here. And hopefully we can get out of the range of that machine gun. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Ouch. Yeah, I thought that was an easy one, but I guess not. Alright, let's take a look. What do we got over here? He's actually going to be able to clear us. But you see, he did have bullet because he had mortars. And he was able to take us out completely. But I mean, still, he's only got a handful of troops left. I put that sniper there behind the engine room, just to do what it's doing right now. It will actually stop the him from fully clearing. But let's take a look at how he used bullet there. So he went in with bullet, heavy Zooka. Yeah, that was the difference. But is that going to propel you forward? I don't think so. I think in the long run you're going to be a little bit worse off. Yeah, we're probably going to need bullet later on, but I think over these next few days he's not going to be as beneficial as it would be worth unlocking him right away. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, I might go back and grab him, but I don't think that's the play right now. I think what we want to do is move forward, get to barrage, and then kind of make the call from there if we're going to go to 4 engines and get critters and stuff. But yeah, 3 barrage are going to take out an engine room right now, so that seems like a pretty good option. If we can bypass 1 and get to 2, or simply use it to clear mines before we have it leveled up, I think that makes a lot of sense as well. But yeah, man, it's been a struggle. It's been tough. It's not an easy meta to progress in right now. But hopefully we can figure something out here. Ooh, man. All right, let's go. Let's end this on a good one. All right, so we got we're going in with 5-3. This guy has boom mines. He's got boom cannons. Might have explosive drones, I guess. I forgot to check his stat boost. So I'm gonna shock this stuff here just to keep some of the heavies alive. Coming in off the start. So remember, like we said, it does you no good to have shocks with Zukas walking over mines, right? So we want to use basically all of our shocks before. Now what I'm going to do here is I want to make sure that I'm getting at least one engine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them clear the splash. Then I'm going to flare them up over this way, because I don't need them all walking down there. That's not going to do anything for us. And at least here we can carve out a little pocket where we should be safe to sit and get one, maybe two engines, if we can keep the heavies alive long enough to take out some mines for us. And that's basically all we can really do. Okay, perfect. We got a flare. I should have flared earlier. I wasn't sure because there's two mines right there. And yeah, that machine gun, that's gonna wreck us for sure. Because whatever Zukas that machine gun misses, that one mine is gonna clear. But he hasn't taken down. Well, he just got an engine, so let's see. Yeah, he's gonna take us again. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy right now. It's a tough spot we're in, but we will get it figured out. I think you know, it's getting these next few chests, and you know, if we're gonna go mortars, boom cannons, or simply just move ahead and try to get to barrage, I think that's either one of those is what's gonna happen. So yeah, nice, back to 14. But guys, I hope that helps you out. As always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.